kick myself, the Victor 803, the Victor 711, and the Victor 712 off on clock.
Boston Fire Department investigating. Allegedly, the school bus was smoking, but they're checking it out to see what they see. Over here in Warren and Crawford Street, Dorchester.
Just a Bravo 434.
Doesn't appear to be any smoke coming out of there, though.
The missing person actually returned at 15 Pasadena Road.
I have it. Battle 7, a cardiac disorder. 68 Graver Street, Dorchester. Battle 7, a cardiac disorder. 68 Graver Street, Dorchester. Unit 53137 Graver Street in Hometown. 16.6.
Doesn't appear to be anything like.
Dispatch, you log up to area 104 days. 104 days have a missile.
Maybe it could be overheated or something, maybe. Take a quick walk and see if we see anything that could be remotely look like smoke or steam.
The Charlie PS, contact 5463 when you can, no rush.
Nobody's on the bus. Well, the fire department gave it the all clear, so it doesn't appear to be any fire on it. That's for sure. Maybe it could be something on it earlier. We're not too sure.
Looks like we have a 12-year-old caller calling at 165 West Broadway, saying that the father is vandalized.
And I had to say, where's the bus driver at? The bus driver is supposed to stay with the bus at all times.
Any Cape Verde speaking officers on Fox tonight? It looks like the caller
We'll hang around for a little bit to observe what's going on, but right now we're not seeing a whole heck of a lot. More likely they'll probably end up towing the bus back to the yard if they think that there's some kind of issues with it. Unless the mechanics come out. Sometimes, wow, very impatient driving over there. Wow, that's Boston driving for you. He said the bus blew up. I don't know if that'd be the proper terminology I would use, but he said it blew up. To me, it's still intact, so I wouldn't use the terminology blew up.
15, she's coming up. 592 response?
Yeah, they're here, but we're gonna need an ambulance in bed.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the city. So if you depending on what channel you listen to, what side of the district you're on.
You want me in Hamilton?
Early this morning, allegedly a EDP somehow, I'm not too sure how, but he grabbed the gun from a police officer and shot himself. I don't know how, but somehow that did happen. We always say allegedly because we don't have all the facts behind it, but allegedly that's what happened. Alright guys, right now it's and that's another problem with this not just the school department in Boston, but the school department across the board.
Sorry, guys.
The question is, how regularly are these school buses checked and inspected, and how often are the drivers tested and evaluated for driving? I don't know the answer to that, but I mean, I see a lot of drivers that drive recklessly when they're driving the school bus. I see them swing them out in the middle of the street, drop kids off in the middle of the street when they should be dropping off to the curb. Buses dropping people off in the middle of intersections when they shouldn't be doing that. So there's a lot of things that, you know, somebody needs to evaluate what the school buses are doing, like as an entirety, not just the Boston public schools, but across the board. These are a lot of charter schools that don't even belong to the city of Boston, but they're picking up and dropping off kids in the city of Boston. And you want to make sure your kids get on that bus and they're as safe as possible. You don't want them driving with a reckless driver behind the wheel, or somebody who's racing to beat the stoplight. I mean, you don't want that kind of stuff. So if that's the case, and they're moving thousands and thousands of kids on a daily basis, but how safe are your kids on the school bus when you leave them on the school bus? And I honestly don't think it's too safe, based off of what I see these drivers are doing, and they have poor judgment skills. Just so you know, like, somebody tried to tell me they don't have two mirrors in front of the bus. All the mirrors, ever since I went to school, they had these mirrors in front of the bus. This mirror here allows you to see in front of your bus. This mirror here allows the driver to see what's in front of his bus. This mirror here allows him to see the door when the kids get off the bus. Now, Boston Public Schools have a little yellow bar that comes out in front of the school bus. So when the kid crosses, he has to go around that yellow bar to assure that he's visible to the driver. If all that is said, there's a total of sometimes 6, sometimes 7 mirrors on the school bus. And all those, another privately owned bus or charter bus, or whatever you want to call it. But so if you got a total between 6 and 7 mirrors on your school bus, and you still can't see a child walking in front of you, then that's a serious problem. So you got 2 in the front, 2 on each side, and you got 1 in the middle. So most school buses have 7 mirrors. Some might be missing that one on the side, which they shouldn't be, but sometimes they miss that one on the side. But a lot of them do have it. I don't know how that can happen, but somehow that did happen. A child was tragically ran over by a school bus in Hyde Park, and I don't know. I guess since then that he no longer works for the company, and they found out he had some false or unvalidated documents. Now, there's 2 things a bus driver is supposed to, well, he's supposed to count how many passengers you have on the bus, count how many passengers leave the bus, and count how many passengers get on the sidewalk. If he loses track of any one of those passengers, his job is to find out where they went to. Because you definitely don't want them to be under the bus when you're taking off. And And you sure don't want them to be in front of the bus when you take off. So you got to find out where did they go. And those people that were telling me they don't have two mirrors, somebody was trying to debate. They do have two mirrors on each side. So you can always look at this footage later on. And there's two mirrors on either side. Two mirrors in the front. There's one in the middle where that fan is, like right in there. That allows them to see the back of the bus. So, and the majority of all the school buses have the same setup. That might be the replacement bus right there.
Bravo 457. Get you on the car. Can you start in, meet up with this,
And
this
this
car
one, I'm not sure if they're gonna tow it or not. We'll hang around and see for a little bit. We're not gonna hang around for a long time, but we'll hang around for a little bit and see if they do tow it.
Actually, another service car. I can back her up to that. Down by 46 Ave. 911 There's a suspect in black male in his 20s wearing a gray off jeans. Doesn't say where he is yet. Charlie 113.
And I think those mirrors always been on the buses ever since I could remember. It's not something new. Those mirrors always been there. They always had the same amount of mirrors. North Suburban Transportation. Maybe it comes from the North. Same company, so. Alright guys, I'm gonna get ready to head up out of here. If anything else comes up, we'll be sure to get back to you. But supposedly the bus was smoking and we didn't see any evidence of that. Maybe it could be something wrong with it mechanically, I'm not too sure. Probably take it back to the shop, have it evaluated, go from there. Could be low on what you call that, antifreeze. Those buses definitely don't have seatbelts on it. Somebody said that, I don't know if the Boston Public School buses do, but that bus definitely doesn't have no seatbelt on it. You can clearly see it doesn't have any.
Charlie 113. While I have you here, can you take care of the noise complaint at 7 Tennis Road, Unit 2? For that 8:46 minutes to down, suspects went towards the Riverway.
Alright guys, we'll hang around and nothing shows up in the next 5-10 minutes. We'll catch you guys on the next one.